You just searched for pizza, scrolled through Instagram, sent a WhatsApp message, and in these ordinary moments, you fed an invisible beast. There is a second internet, a shadow network that watches your every click, predicts your desires, and sells your soul to the highest bidder. This isn't conspiracy theory. This is the digital reality we all inhabit. And by the time this story ends, you'll never open your browser the same way again. The truth: you don't use the internet. The internet uses you. Beneath the ocean lies the internet's beating heart. 400 submarine cables carrying 99% of global data. These fiber optic veins connect continents, powered by private corporations and governments. But who controls these cables? A handful of companies you've never heard of: Lumen, Cogent, China Telecom. They own the pipes through which our digital lifeblood flows, and they have the power to throttle, monitor, or even cut off entire nations with a single command. This is the physical internet, and it's controlled by fewer hands than you imagine. Every click creates a data shadow, a digital twin that never sleeps. Data brokers like Axiom and LiveRamp track your movements, purchases, and secrets. They build psychological profiles so accurate, they know you better than your family. A real company called Exactus had a database revealing everything about 340 million Americans, from their pet's name to their political fears. This database was leaked, proving your most intimate details are just another commodity in a multi-billion-dollar shadow economy. The surveillance isn't just corporate, it's governmental. Edward Snowden's 2013 leaks revealed programs like PRISM, where tech companies provided direct access to user data. But that was just the beginning. Today, programs like Muscular intercept data directly from internet cables, vacuuming everything into intelligence agency databases. They don't need warrants. They don't need permission. The shadow network operates above the law, collecting your digital breadcrumbs 24/7 without your knowledge or consent. Then came the ultimate betrayal: your own devices turning against you. Smart TVs listening to private conversations. Fitness trackers mapping your movements. Baby monitors streaming footage to unknown IP addresses. In 2019, a family in Milwaukee discovered their Amazon Ring camera had been hacked. A stranger was watching their children sleep and speaking through the device. The very technology designed to protect you had become the perfect spy in your home. The invasion wasn't coming from outside. It was already inside your walls. The business model is simple: surveillance capitalism. Google and Facebook offer free services while harvesting your attention and data. But the real players are hidden. Companies like Palantir that weaponize this data for government agencies. Their algorithms can predict protests, track dissidents, and profile entire populations. When you search for climate change protests, this data flows through shadow networks that might label you a person of interest in government databases you never knew existed. The darkest secret. Your phone is a tracking device you willingly carry. Even with location services off, your device constantly searches for Wi-Fi networks and cell towers, creating a precise movement map. A company called Ventel sells this location data to ICE and the FBI, allowing them to track millions without warrants. In 2020, this data was used to identify Black Lives Matter protesters, proving the shadow network doesn't just watch, it actively hunts those who challenge power structures. Then came the ultimate weapon, artificial intelligence. AI systems now analyze your writing style, voice patterns, and social connections to create psychological profiles. Cambridge Analytica proved they could manipulate elections by targeting voters' deepest fears. But today's AI is far more advanced. It can detect your political leanings from your Netflix history, predict depression from your typing speed, and identify relationship problems from your shopping patterns. The shadow network doesn't just watch, it predicts and manipulates. The infrastructure has a physical home, massive data centers in anonymous buildings across Virginia, Utah, and North Carolina. The NSA's Utah data center can store yottabytes of information, the entire internet's content, multiplied by 1,000. These windowless fortresses process more data daily than the entire Library of Congress. They're the cathedrals of the surveillance age, where your digital soul is stored, analyzed, and weaponized against you in ways you can't possibly imagine. The breaking point came when investigators discovered the shadow network's ultimate goal: social scoring. Following China's model, Western corporations are developing systems that rate your trustworthiness based on online behavior. Your credit score might soon include social reliability metrics, who you associate with, what causes you support, which posts you like. One wrong click, one controversial follow, and you could become digitally untouchable, unable to get loans, travel freely, or find employment. The digital prison walls are closing in, and most people don't even know they're being built around them. The resistance began with hackers and privacy activists. Edward Snowden's sacrifice revealed the scale. Chelsea Manning exposed the brutality. But the most effective warriors are anonymous. Developers creating encryption tools like Signal and Tor. These digital samurai build tunnels through the surveillance state, giving dissidents and journalists a fighting chance. Their war isn't fought with weapons, but with code. Each encryption algorithm, a bullet fired against the shadow network's omnipresent eyes. But the shadow network fights back with terrifying new weapons, zero-day exploits that turn your devices against you. The Pegasus spyware can infect your phone with a single missed call, giving attackers complete access to your microphone, camera, and data. Used against journalists and activists worldwide, it represents the ultimate corruption of technology. Your most personal device transformed into a 24/7 surveillance bug in your pocket without your knowledge. The economic engine driving this surveillance, your attention. The average person touches their phone 2,617 times daily, each interaction mined for data. Tech companies optimize their platforms to be addictive by design, keeping you scrolling while they extract your digital essence. Former tech executives now confess they built systems they wouldn't let their own children use, knowing the psychological manipulation required to keep users engaged and data flowing into the shadow network's hungry servers. The most insidious development: predictive policing algorithms that create self-fulfilling prophecies of oppression. Systems like Predpol analyze historical crime data to direct police patrols. But since the data reflects biased policing, the algorithms simply reinforce discrimination. Neighborhoods with more surveillance get more police attention, generating more arrests, which justifies more surveillance. The shadow network doesn't just watch inequality, it actively engineers and perpetuates it through coded prejudice. Your children are the most valuable targets. Apps like TikTok collect biometric data, including face prints and voice prints from minors. Educational technology tracks students' emotional states through their webcams. The shadow network is building lifelong profiles, starting from childhood, creating generation-long surveillance histories that will influence their opportunities before they even understand what's happening. The digital cage begins construction at birth. Now, the escape routes are closing. Net neutrality dismantling allows ISPs to sell your browsing history. Encrypted services face constant legal attacks. Even your car now reports your driving habits to insurance companies. The digital panopticon expands daily, each smart device another brick in the prison walls. The question is no longer whether you're being watched, but whether there's any space left that isn't monitored, recorded, and analyzed for profit or control. But hope emerges from unexpected places. Europe's GDPR gives citizens control over their data. Apple's privacy features actually protect users. A growing movement demands digital rights as human rights. The battle isn't lost. It's just beginning. And awareness is the first weapon. By understanding the shadow network's mechanisms, we can start building alternatives that serve humanity rather than surveil and control it for profit and power. The technological genie cannot be put back in the bottle, but we can choose who controls the magic. The same AI that predicts your purchases could predict and prevent suicides. The same data collection that enables manipulation could revolutionize medicine. The choice isn't between technology and privacy. It's between technology that empowers and technology that enslaves. The shadow network represents one path, but other futures remain possible if we fight for them. Your digital self has become a ghost in the machine, a data phantom living in server farms, bought and sold without your consent. But you still have power to use encrypted services, to demand privacy laws, to support ethical companies. The shadow network thrives on ignorance and apathy. By choosing awareness, you become resistance. Every privacy-conscious choice is a vote for a different digital future, one where technology serves people rather than surveilling them. The internet was born as a tool for liberation, a way to connect humanity and share knowledge. The shadow network represents its corruption into a system of control. But the battle isn't over. The next chapter of digital history remains unwritten, and it will be determined by whether we accept surveillance as inevitable or fight for an internet that truly serves human freedom. This is Reality Decoded, and the choice, ultimately, is yours to make. If you believe in digital freedom, hit subscribe and share this with someone who needs to see it. The shadow network grows when we stay silent. Fight back by spreading the truth. This is Reality Decoded. Stay aware, stay free.